Let's dispatch of this. So what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again. You know I appreciate having you here. Stick around for today's video. We are on the daily commute, and it's possibly the last commute I'm going to do on the big dog. The mighty twin, the CRF 1100L is out of here. It's going. I've done the deal. I'm getting a new bike, so stick around for the video. Yes, people, it's done. The dirty deed is done. It was a deal that I could not resist on a bike that I could not resist. But we will come to that when I do the new bike reveal. That's not about that. It's not about the new. It's about this, the AFRICATWIN, the CRF 1100L. And I absolutely love this bloody thing. And I know what you're thinking, well, why are you getting rid of it? Because I've got my reasons. I'll come to those in a minute as well. But welcome to my morning commute. I absolutely love this journey. My work is a bit pants, but this part of it is fantastic. Only held up by cars. But anyway, back to the point. Yeah, the big twin, the mighty twin, is out of here. But it hasn't done anything wrong. It's a fantastic bike. If you are in the market for a CRF 1100L AFRICATWIN, I suggest you do it. You do it. You've got to like these sort of bikes. You've got to like a 21-inch front wheel. But all in all, there's not a lot I can actually fault about this bike at all. And again, I know what you're thinking. Well, why are you getting rid of it? Okay, we'll address that now. I'm getting rid of it because I want to. Basically, at the end of the day, I want to. I fancy something new. I do. I just fancy something new. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't hate me because of it. And this bike I bought just before I had a stroke. I was going to do different things on it. If you've watched my videos before, you will know I plan to off-road this more, where it's turned more into a road tourer now because of the stroke and circumstances and other stuff. Now, don't worry about the stroke. I'm 100% tip-top at the moment. I've got to take meds for the rest of my life, but it's not the end of the world. I'm still here and I'm enjoying myself. Then I got divorced, lost my house, and obviously I lost my house. You can't stay in a house with your ex-wife. That's a little bit strange. But we've moved on. I've moved out. I've got a beautiful commute now. I've got a lovely little cottage out in, I'm not going to tell you where because you'll come and stalk me, you little freaks. But I've got a nice thing going on. I'm happy. I'm content. I've changed my mindset. I'm getting into fitness. I'm completely turning my life around. And this bike was part of the bad times, not in the fact that it was a bad bike, in the fact that it brings back memories of some of the shittier times in my life. And it's nothing to do with the bike. It's not the bike's fault, obviously. It's just because I'm renewing, I'm sort of like moving on, and I'm hyping myself up to have a brilliant life, basically. I'm changing my bike because I'm changing it all up. We are changing it up. That's where we're going with this one. I know I'm rambling. I do that on these videos. But out with the old, in with the new-ish kind of thing. I'm not giving you any clues. It might be used, it might be new. You're never going to know. Well, you are going to know when you watch the video of the new bike reveal. Even if it says new bike reveal, it still might be a used bike, but it's a new bike to me. If you understand where I'm coming from. Yes, I know I'm getting a little bit excited, but who doesn't get excited about new bikes? Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Do you? Do you? I bet you do. You do, don't you? I know you do. And I am as well. But let's get back to this. I'm going to park up in a minute. I'm going to show you around the bike some of the stuff I've done to it, some of the modifications, and then I'll go on and tell you some of the stuff I like about it, some of the stuff I dislike about it. But the reason I'm getting rid of it is not because I dislike the bike. It's because I'm doing it for myself. I basically just need any excuse to buy a new bike. Right, let's find a little turn off. Right, let's pull her up here. And I'll give you a little bit of a walk round. Oh, gravel, got to watch out for that. Right, let's put her in the sun. You want to see her in the sun, don't you? I'm just going to give you a quick walk round of some of the stuff I've done to this bike. And yeah, I absolutely love it. Look at her, she's beautiful. She's filthy, but she's beautiful. Right, so let's do a quick run through, because I am on my way to work and I don't want to be late, because they get the hump when you're late. I don't know why. You should be able to turn up when you feel like it, but you can't. That's work for you. I've got the Honda bigger screen on it and the MRA extension. That works brilliantly. It comes with the short screen, which I found was awful. Also with this screen, it comes with this little kind of sun deflector that goes on the front. I've got Touratech bars on the top, and the engine, it is a DCT. Tyres, I've got Dunlop Meridians. I think they're Sport Meridians. I can't even remember. Trail Max, I don't know, it's all hidden under there. But they are the best tyres I've had on a 21-inch front wheel bike. They stick like a sticky thing, basically. Moving back, I've done the extensions on the handguards. It just came with this little plastic thing. Don't worry about that, I didn't drop it. That was the garage wall. But these little deflectors, they just keep the wind off, and a few bugs and stuff like that. I've got the Jibby tank bag, and that's a tank lock that goes onto a little system that sits on the tank. The only problem with this is Jivvy only do, I think, one. I think they might do another one now. All other tank bags, if you've got an existing Jivvy tank lock bag and you put the ring on, they all have to turn sideways for some reason, so you get this specialist one for the Africa Twin. Only problem is my favourites button's here, and when I turn the handlebars on full lock, sometimes it hits that or hits these buttons here when it hits on the side of the tank bag if it's full up. So it changes my modes, because my favourite's set up with modes on here. Right, also I've got the higher seat on here because I'm a tall fella, you see, and I've got long legs, so I'll put the high seat on, and I love the look of the complete bench look. On the back we've got Jivvy frames but Krieger plates, because I run Krieger soft luggage. I'll put a picture up now of what it looks like fully luggaged up. Ooh. And also a big shout out to Fuel for this exhaust. Let me turn it on, you can hear this. This is a fantastic thing. I love this exhaust. They're going to hate me round here, but you can't see it under there, but it looks fantastic. It is filthy, but listen to this. Oh, she's a sexy mofo. Oh, I've got the Jivvy Trekker box. That's been on my bike since 2015, and obviously I've got a Jivvy rack here and a Jivvy plate under there. This box, I have to say, a little bit of WD-40 in there every now and again, and I've had no problems with this. This has been on my bikes, as I said, I think it's 2015, 2016. It's been on my Super Cub, it's been on my CB500, it's been on my previous Africa Twin, it's been on this Africa Twin, and it's covered with stickers and things of people I've met. Everyone on here I've met, and that's fantastic. So this box is full of memories. Well, it's not full of memories, it's full of junk, but you get what I mean. Let's get on with the ride. Look, see what I mean? That's not full lock. If I put full lock, sometimes it mucks around with that. Right, so let's get on with a few things that I dislike about the bike, and I've changed a few of them, and other things I haven't changed, but we shall crack on with a little bit of dislike. We get the dislike out the way, and then we'll end on a high note, the good stuff. If you don't mind, that is. If you do mind, then you can just stop the video after the negatives and have a negative life. But I would always recommend try and end on a positive. Right, negatives: when the bike came out the showroom, the short sport screen, absolutely pointless for 99% of people. I get it, it's meant to be an off-road bike, so you don't really want a big screen in case you hit it with your face, but let's face it, 99% of people ride it like I do. On road. Okay, I was planning to take it off-road, but I still would have put the bigger screen on because of the touring and the distance between the off-road sections. Other negative: no centre stand as standard. That's a little bit annoying. Again, it is the off-road version, but I believe the Adventure Sport doesn't come with a centre stand either, so it's a bit of a, I don't know, it's a bit of a cheeky one. Let's say it's a bit of a cheeky one. Another negative is the seat for me was too low, and I had to pay nearly £200 to get the high seat. I think seats should be an option when you buy the bike. If they have to specially make them for you, yeah, I understand, you pay the money, but if Honda do it as an accessory, you should get the choice of small, medium or large. I mean, what would Goldilocks think if she was choosing seats, eh? And what else negatives? The only other negative I can think about is tubed tyres. Now, I haven't had a puncture or any problems with them, but it's always in the back of my mind, that subconscious puncture if it happens and I can't get the wheel off and repair the tube, it's basically the back of a van jobby, and that has made me a little bit paranoid over the years. This is my second Africa Twin with tube tyres, and it has made me a little bit paranoid. It hasn't let me down, I have had no problems, but it's just there at the back of my mind. On the road, if I do more road riding, I prefer a tubeless tyre so I can plug and play. If it does have a nail in it, I can get on, just carry a little kit, off you go. It doesn't hold you up too bad. But if you do have a tube, you've got to be prepared to take the wheels off. And that is a bit of a pain in the arse, especially if you've got the tyres I had before this, which were Trail Max Missions, and they said to me in the shop when they put them on, they struggled to put them on in the shop with the machine. So they said if I get stuck at the side of the road, forget about it, forget about it. So that's basically all the negatives I could think about this bike. There's not a lot. There's not a lot. It is a fantastic bike, brilliant. I find it comfortable, but she has to go. She has to go. We've had a chat, and I've told her it's not her, it's me. She's very understanding. That's another thing I like about this Africa Twin. When you talk to her, very understanding. Not like my Alexa at home that just ignores me and says random things. No. My Africa Twin, we've got a bond. We understand each other. Right, so let's jump on to the positives. And there are plenty of these, especially now I've addressed the seat and the screen. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I've got wind deflectors on the front. I put the little wind deflectors on the side and a wind deflector on the forks here, and that made a little bit of difference with buffeting. It's nice and smooth behind here. So the positive is this is nice now for long distance. With this screen, this setup, this frontal area and all the air dams on, it's a beautiful bike to ride long distance. Very, very comfortable. I've got the high seat on now, so my legs are at a nice angle. The seat's very comfortable because it's got more padding in. A lot of people complained about the original seat. I don't know why. I didn't have a problem with it, but this new seat, or say this new seat to the bike, I've had it for a while, well over a year, I find very, very comfortable. And it's got more comfortable as I've lost weight, funny enough, because I don't compress it as much. Bit of science for you, bit of science. Tank range is about 200 miles, which is my cut-off point, so that's good for me. I like that. I love the look of it. I love the DCT gearbox. It takes about 6 months to get used to it. But what I also love is now I've got this fuel can on there. Listen to this. This is a nice place to do it. And that's what I love about this DCT gearbox. On that downshift, it just gives a blip, and with this exhaust, oh, it's addictive. It's like a little drug boost. Yeah, it's one of those rare bikes that just clicks. Everything works for me. I've put bar risers on. Again, I didn't mention that in that little walk round. I've got bar risers on there, little Camel one. Only brings it up inch, half an inch, 3/4 of an inch, something of an inch. Anyway, ladies, I won't go into that. It's not about the size of your bar riser. It's about how you use it. Handling wise, I love the handling of this bike. It handles better than it should with a 21-inch front wheel. And once you put these stickier tyres on, it's really, really good on the road. Okay, it's not going to be sports bike. It's not going to be 19-inch front wheel, 17-inch front wheel. It's not going to be any of that. But for a big adventure bike with a 21-inch front wheel, it handles well enough for me. Now, I'm not the fastest of riders. I'm not a sport bike rider. I don't try and get my knee down on every bend. I ride quick, but I don't ride fast. I've said it in many videos, there is a difference. I like to ride quick, smooth, flowing. I don't sort of like go mad into the bends and out of the bends. If you do, then a DCT gearbox is probably not the one for you. It does encourage smoother riding. Cheeky little sneak there, thank you very much. I also love Apple CarPlay. I absolutely think this is a fantastic thing on a bike, paired with a little Bluetooth headset. Now, you don't have to Bluetooth your headset to the Apple CarPlay. There's a little cheat you can do on this one. So you can pair your headset straight to your phone, so it's a little bit clearer and a little bit sharper, but you can control it all via the screen here. I think that's a fantastic idea. Fantastic, I love it. I'm a CarPlay fan. I am an absolute CarPlay fan. I absolutely love this engine as well. It's enough for me. It's only about 100 brake horsepower, just over, but the torque and the way it's delivered is fast enough. As I said, I'm a quick rider, not a fast rider, but I do like to chill out as well. It's got enough tug to get uphill. That's quite a steep hill. and it's just effortless. So this for touring is fantastic. It's good round town with that DCT gearbox. It's just like a big massive scooter if you want it to be. I never stick it in drive. I always have it in Sport 2, or 99% of the time I'll have it in Sport 2, Sport 1 or Sport 3 if I'm on a little bit of a mission. But the happy medium for me is Sport 2. It does the best of everything. Sometimes I flip the modes into urban when there's a lot of traffic. It just seems to just make it a little bit better in stop-start traffic, that's all. But apart from that, 99% of the time I'm in tour mode, Sport 2. And I love it. I love it. I'm even talking myself out of selling it now, even though it's technically sold. I've done the deal, so I'm getting sad. It's getting all emotional inside this crash helmet. We've had good times, me and this bike. As I said, it's been through the bad times with me, but the bike has never been the bad times. It's always been part of the good times, part of my therapy. This bike has been nearly 2 years of therapy for me. Getting out on this and riding this, I know it sounds strange, only a biker will understand this. When you click with a bike, it becomes your therapy. And I've got to part ways with my therapist. Hopefully the next one will take it to another level. I don't know until I get it, but hopefully, fingers crossed. You've got to risk it for a biscuit. I've said that before, and I mean it. Be positive in your lives, people. Don't dwell on the negatives. If you keep going over the same things and the same things and the same things, nothing will change. There is a saying, if you get up every day and do the same things every day, you can't expect different results at the end of the day. So that's about it. That's why we're doing it. I fancy a change. I'm feeling like a change. So I'm gonna have a change. That's what we're doing. I'm doing it for me, purely for me, for my mindset, for the way I'm going in my life, for what my plans are coming up, even though I don't really have any plans. Living day by day. And I don't mean that live every day like it's your last, because that's a really insane way to live. Just enjoy every moment. You've only got this moment. The future hasn't come yet. The past is gone, so enjoy where you are right now. And I'm enjoying it on this, but sadly, new bike. I say sadly new bike, but obviously I don't mean that. I mean sadly this bike's going, but happy times, new bike is coming. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling on. So from myself and the mighty twin, the CRF 1100L, we're going to bid you farewell on this channel for today. This may be the last time you see this bike on the channel. So say goodbye, be nice, and wish it well. Whoever owns this after me, you're getting a fantastic bike. Right, so let's end the video here. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to do all those things that you need to do. Also, hit that notification bell so you guys can get the drop on these videos. I shall see you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. You know I love you all. Stay safe. Fish out.
Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead, get gone. Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead and get gone.